Hey YouTube, Mockers4 here with my first model railroad review in, if I remember correctly, over a year. Sorry about the wait, but sometimes you get lost on the road of life. Anyway, as you can see by the box here in front of you, this is a review on the Broadway Limited Paragon 3 version of the Santa Fe Northern number 3751, which is one of the two of this class of locomotive preserved. And, it's obviously 484. Product code is 4593. If you don't already have one, I would recommend getting one now, because otherwise you might not get one before they're all, sold out. One sec here. I'm just gonna... Sorry about the shaking of the camera. I'm trying to film this on my phone, not being able to set it down and open up the box. There we go. Now inside the box you get, the nowadays usual, choo-choo shoes, advertisement, 1-year warranty information, exploded parts diagram with tender on one side, locomotive on the other. Or that is always specific to the engine. A layer of foam, and then the interior of the box. Now, yes, the locomotive is already out of it because it's in the big box that, the Broadway Limited box is resting on top of. Now inside, besides the obvious engine and tender, you get the funnel for the smoke fluid, two extra interchangeable smokestacks, one an extended stack, the other one that's, I guess you could call it kind of a clamshell type smokestack that went in the locomotive, would shoot the smoke back towards the cab. Not sure why they did that, but they did. And then on the other side you get traction tire, well, a spare set of traction tires, and the tool for changing them out. And other than the locomotive and tender, that's all you get in this box. Well, inside the box, other than, again, the locomotive tender and basic paperwork. Now, just give me a sec to get the box, well, this box anyway, out of the way. Now, as you can see, I've got a few other engines in this box from other manufacturers, as well as a couple other Broadway Limited ones, like the, to you who have seen the video, familiar Milwaukee Road S3. I also at one point managed to get a hold of the auxiliary water tender from Broadway Limited for it. Bachmann RS3 in Gray Northern with sound on board. Bachmann Railfan 611. A Walthers Duluth Mesabi 9 range SD9 with sound. Athearn Northern Pacific Challenger. And a Broadway Limited USRA Light Pacific in Northern Pacific. I might review those at a later date. I might not. Depends on when I have time to make videos like this, like I used to. But anyway, give me one moment. Slide that box back so I can close it up. Disadvantage of filming on an iPhone and not having a stand for it. Anyway. Yes, I already have the locomotive and tender connected because, well, I run them. So, and I figure with the box I can just store them with the engine and tender already connected. Now you've got, for the connection, standard wire harness, plus a metal drawbar with a pin, with the pin on the tender, the drawbar attached to the locomotive. Now, as far as some general details on the class, 3751 was, as the class leader, considering they were referred to as, the 3751 class. There were also two subclasses that were part of it, but all were considered 3751 class, and those were the 3752 class and 3760 class, with the 3752 class being number 3752 to 3759, and then 3760 is being 3760 to 3764. Now, these locomotives, well, the 3751, 52, and 60 classes, did not originally look like this. I'll just real quick show you a picture of what they did originally look like back when 3751 and its other 3751 classmates were brand new, like with the 261 review from the Classic Train Special Issue Fantastic 484s. That right there is what 3751 originally looked like when built, with a normal coal tender at the back, and normal spoked driving wheels that were, common for steam locomotives back in 1926 when 3751 was built. Now, as you can see, some modifications that Santa Fe made to this engine was the removal of the coal bunker in favor of an oil bunker, and the leveling off of the tender height to match the old height of the coal bunker all the way to the back to increase the water capacity. Other modifications they made were the drive wheels, giving it 80-inch box pock drivers instead of the original 73-inch diameter driving wheels. Now, they left the original pilot, and now this was how the locomotive not originally, but currently looks today. But basically some differences in the specs between them, between the original, the as-built specs and the 1938 rebuild, when these were, rebuilt. The driver wheelbase on the as-built specs was 19 feet versus 21.25 feet. Engine wheelbase was 44 feet instead of 46.75 feet. Overall wheelbase was 87.18 feet versus 94.87 feet. The weight in pounds for the locomotive itself was 423,000 pounds versus 478,100 pounds for the rebuild. Total engine weight was 706,000 pounds originally. After rebuild was 874,346 pounds. The original water capacity was 15,000 gallons versus 20,000 after rebuild due to heightening the water tank. Now, fuel capacity originally, since it was a coal burner at first, the tender could carry about 20 tons of coal, but after the rebuild, when it was converted to oil, could carry 7,000 gallons of fuel oil. Driver diameter, again, was 73 inches originally, 80 after the rebuild. The tractive effort after the rebuild went down, but not by a whole lot, from 66,021 pounds to 65,981, so not much of a difference in tractive effort, but seems logical given the fact that they increased the diameter of the driving wheels by about 7 inches. The boiler pressure when rebuilt was increased from 210 psi, as it was originally, to 230 psi. Now the cylinder diameter, size stayed the same. However, the firebox went up from 452.5 square feet 520 square feet even. Now, this video is getting a bit long, and I know YouTube tends to have a 15-minute limit on videos if you don't monetize them. So I think I'll take and cut this video a bit short and make the actual review of the details of this locomotive as a second part. So I'll take and upload them same day, but I'll just split it into 2 parts like some of my older reviews. So see you in the next video.